would like to welcome you to this graduation ceremony. I would first like to thank and recognize our superintendent, Dr. Hiley, the school board, teachers, friends, and family to this much anticipated graduation ceremony. On this night, the class of 2015 will recognize our accomplishments and achievements in making it this far in our education and life pursuit. I would like to thank all the people here tonight for supporting us at this wonderful event. This night is filled with joy as we approach the next chapter in our life, but also sorrow in leaving such a wonderful school. As a community and school, the Quitman area and Quitman High School was an excellent foundation to begin our journey.
I know this may come as a shock to many of you, but yes, I do indeed have a voice. And it's with that voice that I'd like to give a shout out to my twin and to all the clarinets out there, because clarinets are the best. And so are my family, of course. Okay. When I found out that I was salutatorian, I realized that I would have to stand in front of this extremely large crowd and speak, something I've never had the joy of doing before. Those of you who know me know that I'm not a talkative person by any standards. And since the news of my being salutatorian circulated throughout the school, administrators, teachers, and students alike have approached me and asked, "Kylie, are you going to be comfortable giving a speech?" My answer to that question is still a resounding no. As graduation was fast approaching, however, I had to accept what life had dealt me and write this dreaded speech that I hope all of you are enjoying right at this moment. I now realize that I've been given a wonderful opportunity to say something to all of you before we go our separate ways, and for that I am so very grateful. I confess I had a difficult time deciding what exactly to say to you all tonight, but then the idea suddenly occurred to me. I would talk about us. What better way to celebrate our awesomeness than by praising our achievements up to this point in our lives? Yes, we made it, and I would just like to let all of you know how very proud I am of all of your hard work to get where you are today. But before I get too carried away, I'd like you all to take a better look at yourselves. This is, of course, not the end, but the beginning. As you go forward with your lives, are you going to be the confident person that can make a difference in this world, or are you going to be the person who follows and lives someone else's life? Don't let others define who you are, and be your own person. I know each and every one of you has the ability to be that person who makes this world a better place. Don't let fear of failure control who you are and keep you from being you. Take a stand and don't let other people rule your life. You don't have to be perfect. No one expects you to be perfect. We just ask that you be the best person you can be. You were placed upon this earth for a specific reason. Find your passion and use the talent and individuality you've been given to live your life to the fullest. You don't have to be the best student or the brightest person to be influential or successful. I know for a fact that being a good student in school means nothing without having something you love to work toward. Whether you have taken the difficult road to happiness, have struggled to get where you are today, or are lost and unsure of what the future may bring, be happy with yourselves and find your purpose in life. We all have different paths that we take, and just because yours may be different doesn't mean that it's wrong. No matter where your life takes you, always do your very best and never give up on your dreams. I wish the very best for all of you as we move on with our lives, and just remember to stay true to yourself and make the most of the life you've been given.
There are more than 100 incredible young adults seated on this field tonight, and each of us represents something. We all represent the ability to rise above our obstacles and circumstances in order to become successful. I would even venture so far as to say that most of the people seated to my left have heard something similar during their short lives. I know I have. All of us, however, represent the ability to grow from our mistakes and learn that no matter what people say, we can be successful. Every person graduating tonight has worked diligently to get here, and in the process we have proven wrong anyone with the audacity to doubt us. We have grown remarkably in just these last few years. We all started as scared freshmen wandering the halls in search of classes but too afraid to ask the teachers where to go. Then we were nervous sophomores worried about passing the terrible English 2 state test. After that, we were juniors who were terrified of reaching our senior year because it meant we would have to deal with Miss Reeves. Today, however, we can see that our hard work has paid off and that Miss Reeves is not actually that scary. Today we stand as successful young adults who all have incredibly bright futures ahead of us. Some of us will be going to college, some into the workforce, and some home to enjoy a year or two off before beginning life in the real world. Whatever our futures may hold, I know that each of us has the ability to find success and happiness in our adult lives. As we venture into our futures, I would like to encourage each of you to remember the lessons you have learned during your time at Quitman High School. I don't mean that you should remember how to graph a polynomial function or how to properly cite a line of poetry because, let's be honest, those things won't matter to most of us in the future. I mean that we should all remember the things that we've learned from one another. Our interactions with each other over the last 4 years have taught us lessons that can impact us for the rest of our lives, and these learning experiences are some of the most important ones we will ever have. The relationships that have been built between members of this class will guide us into real-world relationships and help us to continue our success throughout life. Some of us have learned what it means to be part of a family through sports and clubs. Some of us have learned to be accepting of others and have truly learned that no two people are alike. Some of us have learned to be more open and honest with our feelings and opinions. All of these things need to stay with us as we advance to the next level of our lives, no matter what that level may be. It may not matter if you understood how to balance a chemical equation or what year World War I ended, but it will always matter that you learn how to understand and love people regardless of any differences. This class has experienced birth, death, love, hate, and all the highest forms of dysfunction, and yet here we stand as one, as a family. We have all overcome the obstacles placed in our way, and we all stand as successful high school graduates. Some of us are here by the skin of our teeth, but you know what they call a doctor who graduates at the bottom of his class? He's still a doctor. I'd like to leave you with a quotation from my favorite book and movie series. A wise man named Albus Dumbledore once said, "It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live." With this, I encourage you to live your life to the fullest. Dreams are important, and chasing those dreams is something we should all do, but we must also remember that we are all young and we have a lot of life still ahead of us. Chase all of your dreams, and I truly hope those dreams come true for each and every person here today. Just remember to live the life you enjoy, and always be someone who helps others enjoy their lives. Be kind and loving, even when that kindness is not returned. Always keep God first, and He'll guide you towards continued success. Thank you, teachers and parents, for all of your support during these trying years, and I hope you are all happy to see that your hard work and prayers have paid off. Congratulations to my classmates, the class of 2015. Now let's go make history. I will now be presenting the diplomas. Please hold your applause until the last name is called. Amber Lynn Rowell. Kylie Kathleen Odom. Ontario Marquise McInnes. Hannah Claire Lafferty. Anisha Janae Douglas. Marion Brianna Miller. DeAndre Marquez Anthony. Kevin Devontae Jonas Arnold. Tydrian Deshaun Arrington. William Colby Avery. Noah Cooper Bailey. Felicia Kiera Mills Blakely. Delisha Lachelle Blanks. Brittany Marion Brown. Mariana Nakisha Brown. Eric Ryan Buffkin. John Kier Amon Burns Jr. Zachary James Busby. Brian Caleb Carlisle. Rebecca Gail Carlson. Kasha Pamika Castleberry. Courtney Sylvester Chapman. Khalif Fred Clifton Jr. Alexis Safon Collins. Takari Janisha Cooks. Destiny Lachey Cooper. Joshua Keon Davis. Joycelyn Antoinette Davis. Shondarius Avanti Deer. Ricky Jamario Donald. Davis Earl Douglas Jr. Renikia Jaquana Shaquay Duncan. David Khalil Rashawn Edwards. LaThomas Keyshawn Edwards. Ursula Tatil Evans. Jernisha Shantae Evans. Dominique Markel Floyd. Colby Quandarius Gandy. Jordan Olivia Graham. Christian Dejon Green. Rashandra Shanae Green. Devontae DeVale Kayshawn Gearin. Brendan Lee Hamburg. Joshua Dwayne Hamburg. Holly Ann Harper. Dylan Blake Hinkie. Richard Alec Holloway. Ronaldo Feliciano Hopkins II. Joseph Jawan House. Haley Morgan Hunter. Zachary Neal Hutchinson. Deanna Adair Ivy. Jacob Ellington Johnson. Jalicia Labrelle Johnson. Lanessa Renisha Johnson. Robin Renee Jordan. Devontae Jamaris Raheem Lewis. Henderson Trey Lewis III. Damon Rayshawn James Loper. Asada Afeni Shakur Lynch. Holly Nicole McRae. Victoria Leanne Manning. Deja Laquan Deshay Mason. Kamandre Deshawn Mays. Khadijah Darenika McCarty. Lee Donovan McDonald. Akia Darion McDice. Stephen Alvin Melton III. Jasmine Raheem Miller. Carmen Lee Mitchum. Ladarian Vashawn Morris. Renaisha Shakia Morris. Alexandra Saviana Corrine Moss. Kenneth Wayne Murph. Kristen Brooke Nichols. Daranique Rashana Nicholson. Glenella Eunice Odom. Emily Patricia Owen. James Zachary Parker. Michael LaShawn Parker. Anna Lee Pearson. Rachel Carol Ann Pitts. Larisha Dominique Poe. Tamara Shakisha Price. Ashley Lavette Raymond. Pierre Raquan Roberts. Nehemiah Davondria Centrail Robinson. Christian Dane Rue de la Boume. Morgan Leanne Rowell. Antonio Shanzel Rupert Jr. Michael Dion Sanders. Charles Edward Scott. Candace Brooke Shirley. Markel O'Neill Spears. Davin Shea Stallings. Quintarius Quinte Staten. Raviana Tratisha Savay Strickland. Caitlin Shea Taylor. Kelvonte Jamario Thornton. Abigail Marguerite Toomey. Roy Chalice Tucker. Hunter Augustus Falking. Cameron May Swade. Eris DeMarcus Chandreas Wallace. Kelly Trishay Wallace. Catherine Ann Ware.
Let's go, Teddy Bo! Woo!
Toriana Lachelle Wesley. John Lee Williams. Rakeem Stefan Young.
Seniors, will you please stand? Based on the authority invested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Quitman School District, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, counselors, and principal, you have been awarded your diplomas and certificates. I now bestow upon you all the honors pertaining thereto. May I introduce you to the Quitman High School Class of 2015.